Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast. It is another Friday edition of, I think my favourite day of the week with Joe Smith and Ethan James.
Hello.
Afternoon, Ethan.
Hello, Joe. How are you today? It's a nice day, isn't it? It's lovely and
today.
sunny.
He's got a day off today, so he's got a spring in his step.
He has, and there's a spring in the air as well, isn't there?
Oh, there
lovely.
is a spring in the air. Have you made the most of the sun?
Well, what is making the most of the sun? Because I think that's an interesting concept.
Just
because you like boozing, don't
being
you?
in it. Being in it. Like, my dog and me, when the sun is out, as long as it's not too hot, we go on walks.
Right.
I'm talking walks. 2-3 hours away. Boom. Love it. Get somewhere with a little lake, possibly a river if it's not being too, heavy downpours. You don't have to just disappear to sail.
Yeah.
But if it's been a nice day.
Not to sail.
Not to fucking sail. There's the river, the Transparent Express, that's near Stockport Pyramid, and that does go to sail, and someone's dog once went, jumped in the river, got missing, found her at Trafford Water Park.
Trying at the Trafford Centre.
No,
Working in a footlocker.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
0 hours contract though for you, mate.
It's disgusting. It's this government job.
Trying to get rid of it, aren't
I called you Joe.
they? Have you ever gone missing in a river?
I've never gone missing in a river. I did fall out of a canoe once when I was unable to swim, and I would have died if my sister hadn't pulled me out.
Wow.
I remember the canoe flipped. I remember being eyes fully open in the river like that, and then I saw a Mars bar go past. As I'm going for it, Ellen pulls me out.
Say that again.
I saw a Mars bar going past me.
So you went for it?
Well, I was sort of like, Mars bar, up and out.
This Mars bar didn't have the wrapper on, did it?
No, it came out my bum.
Wow.
Yeah, and then another time actually, we fell out of another canoe, and I was an adult this time, but this time, our dog was in the canoe with us.
Yeah.
And she was going, "Where's my dog? Where's my dog?" And she, again, same thing, hand under the water, pulled the dog out. And then
Why you keep going on canoes, by the way?
The second canoe was very unsteady. The second canoe had been hand-whittled by the man whose shack we were staying in. And it was really unstable, actually.
Is this in the UK or in America?
UK, United Kingdom.
Oh, thanks for that. Whereabouts in the United Kingdom?
Great Britain.
Thank you.
Whereabouts in the United Kingdom? England. Yeah. I love canoes.
Canoes are all right. Kayaking's better.
No, I would tend to disagree.
Yeah, but you by yourself in a kayak.
No, well, not necessarily. You can get a double kayak.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a duo boost bar.
Yeah. But yeah, you tend to be by yourself. I just don't like that. I don't want to be by myself, and I want to be able to keep a picnic and a dog with me.
That's mad.
Yeah.
But the dog fell in.
Yeah, but that was her own fault. Anyway, let's not worry about that. How are you?
I'm very good today. Ethan James is a year older.
Yep. Woohoo.
What did you do on your birthday?
You know what? I went to work. I had quite a nice day. We had Rio Ferdinand in, for those who don't know, is quite a famous footballer. So done some work with him. Got a caterpillar cake from everyone. My favourite cake.
Did you get the head?
I probably did. I had a lot of the caterpillar cake. I had more than just.
He was cutting this caterpillar cake, and honestly, Joe, it looked like he'd cut it with a tin of beans. Really? It was just fucking blown all over the table. Do you know, sometimes with Ethan, I know the thing with Ethan is he kind of gives you this little. It's not a character, but sometimes he'll lean into his kind of idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he'll almost become a sort of walking, mumbling, tosser. But actually, in real life, Ethan is you see it on the podcast. But I mean, he's capable of being like very well put together.
Of course he is. Yeah.
I don't want people to get the wrong impression of him. But wow, when he was cutting this cake, he was trying his best. And you'll admit, it was awful, wasn't it? He was sat there, no one was even looking at him. All I could hear was him laughing. And I looked, and it looked like he'd fallen in it. It was that bad a job.
Did he shag the caterpillar?
He didn't. Did you?
Did you have sex with the caterpillar cake?
No, why would I want chocolate on my knob?
Yeah, you don't want it to get stuck on the strawberry jam that's already on there, do you? You did a right awful job of cutting that cake, though, didn't you?
Well, there's one thing to say, Drew. I got a lovely card from everyone.
There you go.
This is a
For the audio viewers, can you describe it?
It's a Frozen card, and it's got the characters from Frozen on there, and it says the word sparkle and shine. I would like to read a few of the comments to show how much my workmates appreciate me, if that's all right with you, Joe. Okay, well, here's one. Happy birthday, you Geordie maggot. I'm not going to say who that's from. Here's another one. Happy birthday, you C-word. There's
the big one.
Another one.
The
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah. Not the big C. That's
Oh.
the C-U-M Tuesday.
Yeah.
Another
Who
one.
said that?
No, don't worry about it.
No, we'll move
What
on.
did Joe put?
Joe put
Mine was
happy
nice.
birthday, Keithan. One-time Star of the Month award winner. Looks good on you.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Because he won Star of the Month once. So mine was nice.
That was really nice.
I
That
did
was
call him
really nice.
Keithan, but that's okay.
Was the C word the worst one?
No, there's some others like you Geordie fuck. That kind of like vibe.
It was quite sort of foul, northeasterly based nastiness, wasn't it?
Yeah, NUFC are shit from Jay.
Did you at least go to 5-a-side and score some goals?
Well, I'm the goalkeeper, Joe,
Oh.
so it's rather unlikely to
Scored some own
five-a-side.
goals though.
Did you keep a clean sheet?
We drew 8-all.
Ooh, big
Mate.
good game for you then,
What
Ethan.
a
Yeah.
crazy game.
Good
8
game.
all.
Listen, at five-a-side, conceding 8 in a 50-minute match is very.
Not bad.
It's reasonable.
It's not bad. It's not good.
One every 6 minutes or something.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
not
Yeah,
bad.
but I've never played in a five-a-side game that was like 30 all. That's like.
There wasn't 30-all. It was 8-all.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So for 8 all
was
to be
8 all?
good, yes. For
Where did you get 30 from?
That's what I
Do you
was
two not
What are you
understand?
talking about?
Do you two not understand
Talking about,
English?
Ethan.
Do you two not understand English? You said 8 is pretty good for a five-a-side
Yeah,
game,
and you
and
started
I
thinking-
said,
and he said
well, I've
30
never
all.
seen a game that's
8 all.
Are you still not getting this? Have you not been to school or in the
What are you trying to
world?
say? Stop putting words in his mouth.
The point I'm saying is, if it was a normal football match,
Yeah.
you would say, oh, 1-1, that's not bad. Didn't get a clean sheet, but you only conceded 1 goal.
Yeah.
But that would be on the assumption that every other game was 5 all. I'm saying 8 all, you're saying that's not bad. So what is the suggestion here? That the usual five-a-side game is 20 to 30 all?
Where did 30 all come from?
Because that is a number that is substantially bigger than 8, that by comparison, 8 is quite small, isn't it?
Ethan, you must understand this by now.
Oh, I've never conceded 30. I can assure you that.
Exactly, because 8 isn't actually that good, is it? Like you two are somehow trying to make out, and I didn't want to go on about having a diss at you for this long, but when you two are pretending that you don't know how comparisons work, I feel as though I've got no choice. Anyway, have you got a story, Joe?
I do.
8's pretty good. Yeah, in comparison to what?
I do have a story, and it involves something that is, on one hand, a bit of me, but on the other hand,
Chips.
not a bit of me.
Salad. Sorry, that was just so nasty. I'm really sorry. And again,
Let me do this.
Let me just reiterate.
Because you're kind of right.
Let me just reiterate. His fridge was so healthy when we went to come down with him.
You're kind of right. Because on the one hand, a bit of me
Yeah.
is cheating in a race.
Don't tell Becky. Oh, yeah.
On the other hand, the race has to be 50 kilometres. There is a woman, did you see it?
Sorry.
From Manchester to Liverpool. By the way, what a fucking mad run that is. 50-kilometre extreme run from Manchester to Liverpool. I think you go down like the
Warrington Waltz.
Yeah, I don't know where you go. And she cheated. But this is the bit that's a bit of me. She got in a car. She drove a bit. Did you see this, Ethan?
I've seen the US office where the same thing happens
Yeah,
when.
they get in a car.
Yeah.
You thought this was just stuff of myth. Let me read out the story here. A big athlete, one of the stars of ultra marathons, a name I really can't really pronounce, has cheated in a 50-kilometre ultra race. There was GPS on part of her tracking device, and it clocked her doing something like 2 miles in the space of a minute, resulting in referees deciding
20 miles an hour.
she got in a car.
That's pathetic.
It's pathetic, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
But it's all right at the same time, and it's pretty good, Ethan, isn't it? If you get away with that, you're laughing.
Oh, if you get away with it, true, I don't care how you win as long as you win.
Exactly, Ethan. Thank you. Your thoughts on that?
Well, it just reminded me of a story that in one of the early Tour de France's, someone did the same thing.
What do you mean?
It was an early Tour de France. I'm trying to find the exact details, but obviously I'm trying to get it on the spot now. But basically, someone got on the bus with their bike and just got the bus to like right near the finish line, got back off and won. Like,
what? No, they can't win, can you?
Well, they didn't count. I don't know if it counted in the end or if they found out, but obviously we know now that they did it, so it must have been found out. But like these sorts of things, they do rely on like goodwill a little bit, don't they? I mean, unfortunately now there's GPS tracking devices where you went 120 miles an hour for a minute there.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I don't know
not
how they
possible.
did it. I don't know how she thought you were going to get away with it. Chaos.
Would you do that?
There would be elements of me if I was being really sort of an intense race.
Let's say there was like 50 grand for the winner as well.
Apparently she's got this shits. She wasn't feeling too well.
Right.
Not the shits. And I think she might
You're
have.
still just saying it, but
I
you just
think
said
she
it
might
in a
have.
accent.
She might have shit herself.
What, and that propelled her forward at 60 miles an hour?
No, it lost her a bit of time.
Right.
So on the route, she's either got a bit of Bluetooth or like she's called back
or
up.
brown pants. In this
Brown
case.
pants or Bluetooth. And she said, listen, I need help. Just shit in a bush there.
Yeah.
Come pick me up. Help me catch up to the time I would
That's
be
a-
at
now
and
that-
help me finish the race.
Now that's a sentence. I need help. I've just shit in a bush. Come pick me up. That's right from the Joe McGrath playbook, that sentence.
If I was doing a race, right, like that, I'd probably have backup ready for me if I needed to. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'd attach a bucket to your bum just for the run.
Oh, we got to think that's not very wind efficient, is it? Well,
No.
it is, but
Not allowed to have a
isn't,
wind.
It isn't.
Yeah.
It would probably catch a lot of, like a bit. It's not air resistant, is it?
No. Aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic. What's air resistant?
The opposite of what you mean.
It's very aero resistant.
Yeah.
Because it'll collect all the air and my farts. So no bucket needed.
No.
But backup. Probably text Andy. Andy's just close by, ready to pick me up.
He can be one of those people on the motorbike, do you know, at the front of the marathon?
Yeah.
He can be there with some adult diapers. Yeah. You could just run in nappies.
What do you think about cycling? Like, do you know he's at the Tour de France?
Mm.
It's all right, isn't it?
My, not father-in-law, but girlfriend's dad is very into cycling. Like, he cycles around 200 miles a week.
A week?
He's
On
doing that-
purpose?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's doing like 40 to 50 mile cycles multiple times per week.
Wow.
Unbelievable stuff.
Where does he go?
Just usually to the airport and back.
For a flight?
No, just for
Just
a
see the
ride.
plane. The planes are pretty cool when you see them land.
Yeah, and
seen
he
him?
does that. But then I just think like it's like any of those sort of solo cardio activities. Running's the same for me.
Yeah.
It's so dull.
Is it boring?
Isn't it so boring?
Are you allowed anything in your ears? Like a music or anything? Is
You
that
are.
is that against the
I
law
don't know
or
if you
something?
can in the races, but you just think like, how can you do it? Then like I always think even stuff like tennis. Do you know any solo sport? Tennis, golf, the big ones, snooker. They're like inherently boring because there's never a back in the dressing room and all the team are feeling the exact same as you.
No.
If you're a tennis player, if you're Roger Federer, there is no one in the world that is even half as happy as you are when you've won Wimbledon. Do you know what I mean?
That's
you've
true,
won
yeah.
it by yourself. You've got all of the prize money, 30 million quid, whatever it is. 10% goes to the agent, 10% goes to the trainer, whatever. But you are so much happier than everyone else in the world that you've won. The next person down is like a quarter as happy as you are.
Because
Whereas if you're a football player, there are minimum 10 other players exactly as happy as you that you can celebrate with. I would hate doing a solo sport like that.
but he does win 30 million quid.
I know, but I'm not saying I'd rather work at here or Poundland or something. I would rather win 30 million quid, but I'd rather win 30 million quid in a team sport by a mile.
Ethan, can you ride a bike?
Oh, yep, I can ride a bike. Yes, very well. I can ride a bike very well, thank you.
When did you learn? Last week?
No, I learned back in the day when I was a kid, got my cycling proficiency. Can cycle on the roads legally, should I want to. Don't really want to.
Do you have to have a cycling proficiency to ride on the roads?
Really?
You don't, do you?
I think you probably should.
No, but do you have to is the question.
Well,
Legally, you don't have to, do you?
well, you can do anything.
No, you can't. Loads of things are illegal. I love that. You can do it. I mean, you can kill a man legally. But should you do it? Probably not. You can marry a cat legally, but you shouldn't do it. No, they're illegal.
I think since watching Jeremy Vine, it's kind of put me off. from,
What was that?
riding
All
in the
that?
car.
What was this Jeremy Vine thing?
He just
Ride on the
fumes, doesn't he, if anyone upsets cyclists.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's in the right, I watch a video and go, yeah, that's pretty bad. And sometimes it's like, oh, it's all right. Just grow up a bit.
People
I watched
taking
an old
everything
video
too
today
seriously.
of a guy. Oh, so bad. Post like a DHL worker comes to this guy's front door with a parcel, and he's a Scouse bloke who picks up the Ring doorbell and he's not in, and he says to the guy, "Oh, listen, mate, over the road 180. They love taking in the parcel. It's Nigel. He's my mate. Go and give it to him." And sound. He goes and he's trotting along the road, and the other guy, is still watching the postman deliver the letter, and he's trotting across the road, and then you said, "Oh!" and bike straight into the postman. The guy, the Scouse lad, is stunned. He's just watched his postman
Killed.
get clattered, but luckily it was a pedal bike. Watch the Scouse guy. Then the Scouse guy who's watching it starts giving the bike a shit. "Don't run over my postman like that. Going way too quick there, lad."
Don't run over my postman.
Postman.
That's my postman. Postman flat, more like.
Oh,
See you later. Right, my story.
ring the bell.
Here's one. This is according to the Daily Loud, which is a sort of aggregatory audio site. And this is very much in your wheelhouse, Joe, as a man of the radio, as a man of the audio wave. Universal Music Group has responded to the viral AI-generated song by Drake and The Weeknd, calling it fraud and telling streaming platforms to ban the technology. Have you seen this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Last couple of weeks,
so mad.
these AI-generated songs. Have you seen this, Ethan?
I've heard a bit of it. It's nonsense, isn't it?
Well,
We've created a safe word.
What
you
does that
should
mean?
create a safe word.
What does that mean? Were you
Because-
Becky?
Because of our voices are so available for the internet. Criminals are
Yeah.
stealing our voices,
Right.
and will call up Becky or a loved one and be able to say, "Oh, I really need your help. I'm this, and this." Create a safe word.
Oh, that's good. Avocados, man. Shouldn't say it out on the internet, should
No,
I?
you shouldn't.
Okay, it's not avocado.
Bumble.
It's avocado. But I was Googling this because I was thinking, it's a bit shit to talk about this story without playing the song.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, who owns the copyright to an AI-generated song?
I really don't know. There's going to be too much
do you
aggro.
want to have a guess, Ethan?
Who owns it?
Yeah. So if AI make a song, who owns that song?
And Drake,
Elon
say
Musk?
Drake is the artist that they mimic.
But Drake is the artist of the minute, but Drake has nothing to do with it.
Who owns it?
The answer, I mean, obviously, as a lot of things are, it's. I think this is the American.
It's the AI.
No, because
the FBI.
currently, as it stands, no one owns it. So there's this thing where all copyright law, as it currently exists,
Yeah.
is all based around the protection of art and concepts created by humans. There is no copyright laws that mention or sort of bring into the world things made by computers or AI. Wow. So there's no protections for AI. So I think, and we'll find out when we upload the video, that I can play a little bit of this
Go
song.
play it. What is it?
So this is it's called Heart on My Sleeve, which who even named it that, by Drake and The Weeknd.
Oh.
Heard it. But it does. The problem is, it's too good.
Yeah.
And
It'll
this is
spook some people.
And
you
this
know
is just the beginning.
I'm worried, mate.
This is these are the like literally some of the first attempts
I'm
at
a
this.
bit
Have you heard of
spooked by AI,
AISIS? Which
A terrorist attack.
Which no. Which, as I say it now, sounds like
ISIS.
a robot terror organization. It's actually an AI version of Oasis.
Oh yeah, I've heard them.
Have you heard this, Ethan?
Brand new.
They've released a 32-minute mixtape album that is Oasis,
I know,
but
it's
this doesn't
crazy.
exist. So this song is completely made by AI. No one in Oasis was involved. I really hope no one owns these copyrights.
No.
I don't think they do. I googled it.
They've not quite mastered how an Oasis song starts.
That sounds like it though.
Mad. It is spooky,
Isn't it
innit, the
weird?
world of AI.
Yeah.
I'm a bit stunned by it, mate.
Well, everyone's talking about it, aren't they? We haven't talked about it on here.
I'm a bit stunned by it. I think it's, if you don't get a grip of it now, I think it's just going to shit
Yeah.
everyone up a bit.
Well, can I tell you something that's a little bit morbid before we get on to Ethan's point?
God.
I was watching a video, and this thing that always gets mentioned whenever it's like robots or AI or like technology becoming really smart or sentient or whatever, people always ask this question: are AI going to take over? Is there going to be a war with AI? Is there going to be a war with robots? Like, imagine Terminator, yeah?
Yeah,
Which humans versus robots.
Yeah, but we if anything, the AI just need to watch Terminator and go, oh, that's a good idea.
Well, no, but it's worse than that because it was the way, because once they can decide who to tell information to, who to hide information from, once they're working in their own best interests, it won't be the case that it's humans versus robots. They'll be so far ahead of us that it will be like the equivalent of us and ants. Like, we don't go, we've got to wage war against the ants. They're just irrelevant to us.
They've already predicted
Like,
our next
the
steps.
robots and the AI will see us as like an amusement, like a pet, like a dog. It's more likely that we're like their pets or something that they just ignore while they go about their higher level of existence, rather than it like...
So they're just going to leave us alone, do you think?
They might leave us alone, or they might just go, yeah, pop them in a pen, like we do with sheep.
Yeah.
Because imagine if you went to an ant and said, what's the M1? They would have no idea what a motorway is.
I think
the concepts or the reasoning behind a motorway. So an AI comes to us and goes, what's the M1?
Well, we know where the M1 is.
But their version of the M1.
Nah, I think...
We just have no idea. Their concepts would be so far out of our understanding that instead of us being like versus the robots, we'll just be like an irrelevant aside.
No, that's all right then.
Yeah.
Let's leave us be.
Scary though, isn't it?
Let's hope that's what it's going to happen, because I can't be asked scrapping a robot. I'll get battered. Do you have a good fight with a robot, Ethan?
I think you'd fall in love with one.
Do you think?
Yeah.
There's
Sex
potential,
robot.
isn't there?
Pardon?
There's potential, I guess.
Yeah.
We're moving towards that way now. You can get those dolls and things, can't you? That look quite realistic.
Can you?
He's googled it. We got it for his birthday. Do you want to finish on your story, Ethan?
Yeah. Also, Drew, I have talked about AI before because of the pigeons at Millwall I was telling you about.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, and
absolute
you said
bullshit.
a pigeon's cleverer than a computer.
That wasn't...
Joe just said literally they can take over the world. A pigeon couldn't. They've tried.
Just you watch, yeah. Just you watch. Well, my story, I can give you a personal one or a news one, so you've got a choice.
Always personal. Always personal.
All right. Well, thank God, because I don't really have a news one. And it's a bluff. So my personal one was I went out the other day with my friends and we went to a Lebanese restaurant. And it was really lovely, okay? So it was lovely deco inside.
When you paused there, did you expect like us to start clapping or something when you said Lebanese restaurant?
Well, it's just a little bit different than what I usually
Okay, right.
eat.
Say it again. Me and Joe try and go on.
So the other day, I went out to a lovely Lebanese restaurant.
Nice. What's it called?
Oh, it's a bit too hard to say, but I'm going to say Lebanese comptoir.
Comptoir.
Yes.
Is it in Spinningfields by any chance?
It is.
I've been. It's lovely.
Nice.
It is lovely, and it's part of a chain.
Right.
Why did you say that like that was a good thing?
Why?
And here's the better thing. There's fucking loads of them.
Okay, so there's a chain. Yeah, go.
Well, I just thought
It's mass-produced shite.
I just thought no one knew that because lots of people think when they think of chains, they think of Nando's, whatever. I just thought maybe wherever you live, you're at home. One day you might want to go for.
Okay, let's get on to this story. Come on.
So went there, had a sit down. It was.
Who's had a sit down?
Oh, sorry. I went there with Bill and Wob, and we all sat down.
Oh, lovely.
And it was quite nice, and we had our scran, and then off we went to the mini golf.
Hang on a sec. So this story about you going to Lebanese consists of we sat down, had a scran and left.
You didn't need to tell us, did you?
I don't think you needed to mention that.
I like it though. I like the detail.
Oh yes, actually, I did need to tell you.
Fuck me.
Here we go.
If I just check my notes here, yes, there's a story from this bit.
Well done.
When we were getting onto the dessert, I said, "Ooh, I might have some cheesecake." And Wob said, "I might get the brownie, but I don't want this pistachio." Right?
Yeah.
And I said, "Why don't you like pistachio?" And he said, he was like, "Oh, it's just an ice cream, isn't it? I'm not too sure about it." And then Bill was like, "Yeah, it's an ice cream." I was like, "No,
What?
pistachio's a nut." And they were like, "No, it's just an ice cream." I was like, "No, pistachio nuts make pistachio ice cream."
Yeah,
and I just couldn't get the head around it.
Did they not
Really?
believe you? How have they not seen pistachio nuts?
What do they think mint chopped chip ice cream was? Just a flavour of ice cream?
Well, I was giving examples like saying, this is like saying, for example,
Strawberries, just
like,
an ice cream.
Yeah, like strawberries just an ice cream.
Wait, what was the example that you used at the time?
Mango.
Yeah.
Mango.
Similar, very
What are
similar.
that? Right. So that's the Lebanese story, and then is that it?
So you've
then
got
off-
thick friends.
So then off, yeah, that was just calling them out a little bit there.
Lovely.
Well, it's called Wob. Can't even spell his name right.
I know.
We went out to the not treetop golf,
Okay.
the junkyard golf.
Oh, right.
And
Bit
when
of a
we
walk.
went there, we were saying this is a shit time. We're having a terrible time. There's too much queues, and there's only 9 holes. Right, not worth it for your money. And then what happens at the end? This is the story now.
I'm so glad we've got to the story, aren't you? Just 4 minutes into whatever the other bit was.
Fuck me.
I hand over my golf club, hand over my ball, and the man says, "Thank you very much, Mr. Ethan James." And I went, "Hang on a minute, how do you know me?" And he said, "I'm a slopper."
Oh, that's brilliant.
It was brilliant. And then I was like, "Wow!" And he said, "Can I treat you and your friends to some free drinks?" At the roof?"
Whoa! Hang on a second. I've never had free drinks off of this.
Well, this is it was quite mad actually. I did feel quite VIP because I've never met many sloppers when I've been out and about because obviously there's only so many of them. But every time I've got out with Wob, I've always bumped into someone. So I think he thinks I'm a little bit big
He
time
thinks
now.
you're Pierce Brosnan, doesn't he?
Nice. So, who was he called? Give the slopper a
Well,
shout
he
out.
was called. He's called Ollie.
Ollie, so if you're watching, anyone who works at Junkyard Golf in management, Ollie is giving out free drinks willy-nilly to people he doesn't even know. So obviously if you could end his employment
He's
immediately,
also
then that would
telling
be
you that
great.
Junkyard Golf was a great time. Ethan, you said it was a great time,
I
didn't you?
had a great time, and I was having a horrible time until I met Ollie. So I'll be going back because of Ollie.
No, you're having a great... Fuck me.
Ethan,
You're
you've
having a great
basically
time
just
at the
said
start.
the activity itself is shit, but if one of the staff
Sake, poor Ollie.
steal drinks on your behalf, it's all
It's not
right.
stealing, is it? People have a quota to give out free drinks, like Pret.
Never had that when I worked in a bar.
Yeah, because people maybe are intimidated by you.
What, my manager was intimidated by me, so I never got
Well,
a
you
quota.
could give out free drinks. I could give out a couple of free bevs now and again.
Where?
At the cafe we worked at.
Lies!
There is people that have...
I think we should bleep his name out. He's getting sacked.
He's not
Well,
getting
well,
sacked.
also, he met you, Joe McGrath,
Bet he
and he
did.
says he's just got Joe Smith to tick off. He met you in Dublin at the Blossoms.
He did.
Joe was in a K-hole then, he can't remember
Fuck
that.
me. I was in a K. I was in a Heineken hole. No getting out of that.
And
Bad day. Bad day.
Yeah, we know all about the aftermath of that Heineken hole when he didn't show up the next day and
that
Jay
wasn't
came
even
in.
that. That was in December. I went to Dublin.
Hell, you love Dublin.
And there was one thing though that I did that made me think maybe my ego might be actually getting a bit too much to us now.
Oh no.
And I'm getting
shit in hole number 9.
no,
And levelled it off with your finger like that.
Oof.
No.
You flicked it at the person behind you.
no, it wasn't that bad.
Oh.
I said, you should show me the picture of you two in Dublin that he took. And then I went, oh, class this, Charlie. I called him the wrong name. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I knew he was called Ollie. I was just thinking, maybe I'm actually a big time Charlie now. I'll just call people whatever names I like.
So he went, oh, my name's Ollie, I'm a big fan of the show. And you went, yeah, nice one, Adam, seen a bit.
Well, it
Really disrespectful
Well,
stuff.
it felt a little bit like I corrected myself straight away, but like there was a 2-second pause and I was thinking,
Do you think you've
I'm not-
got too big for your boots, Ethan?
that's what I was worried about in that moment.
Do you think he has?
Yeah, a little bit. Not too much.
He's disrespectful, isn't
Did
he?
you get a picture of him?
No, we didn't get a picture.
You refused, didn't you?
Yeah, that's tight. Oh, you tried to charge him. You carry a card machine now, don't you?
Yeah. Do you know when you hear those scams are like on the tube where
Yeah,
people
yeah.
supposedly carry card machines? Ethan's got one of them.
If you definitely got one to charge for
He takes the
photos.
picture first and then goes $2.99.
Two? No.
What was 5? I
No.
paid 5
For what?
for a photo of Ethan.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was me. Did you not get two prices?
Did I get a key ring? Can I get it in a key ring? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Friday's episode of the Sloppy Joes
Unreal.
podcast.
Celebrity Ethan.
Somebody Ethan, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you join the Patreon.
Have a great
Come down the
weekend.
episode. Hopefully, it's out a week today. When you're watching this.
Lovely.
Fingers
Now get
crossed.
yours. Will it be good? Will it be shit? Will it be both?
Find out. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye, Ethan. Wave, Ethan.
Bye.